On today's video, we have this Subaru WRX right here behind me, and we're going to be doing just a simple little wash using our best detailing bucket kit. Now this kit comes with everything that you need to give your car a deep clean wash. It comes with the bucket, a lid, citrus washing gloss, a nice chenille microfiber wash mitt, and a dirt trap. Now we're going to be using all these products and accessories to give this car a deep wash and make sure to get rid of all that dirt and grimes. Alright guys, so like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a basic little wash. Now this car, it's kind of dirty, but it's not super dirty to the point where we have to go ahead and get like a foam cannon and a 2-bucket method. The car is pretty maintained in some sense. It's not too bad. It's mainly just like light dust and dirt that lands on the paint. The owner of this vehicle, he takes decent care of it, which, you know, it's not too bad of in the shape, so that's great for us because we can simply just wash it just by using these products right here in front of us. So first things first, we have our bucket already filled with water. All you want to do now is grab your dirt trap, and the dirt trap is going to act like a filtration system for your bucket. So as you can imagine, all the dirt and grime that's on your vehicle, you know, you're coming back and forth in your bucket, and that dirt, it's not disappearing anywhere. It's coming back into your bucket and it's staying in there, and it flows in the water so that the next time you go in there with your wash mitt, you're going to pick it right up, and it could potentially be an abrasive to your paint. So you want to make sure that you have the best, most filtered wash, and you can do that by using a dirt trap in your bucket. So next on the list, we have our citrus washing gloss soap. Now, if you guys haven't used this before, man, you guys are missing out. Citrus washing gloss, it's great because it has citrus power and it has synthetic gloss enhancers that you can see in there. So when you mix it up, those gloss enhancers mix with the citrus-based power so that you get a nice deep clean and you get a nice high gloss finish. So not only after you finish washing your car, you give it a freshly waxed kind of look. So it's a great soap for just a one step. You know, it's great because it's strong and it gives you that nice high gloss. And lastly, we have our chenille microfiber wash mitt. Now this wash mitt is great because you have all those little strands of noodles. Now those noodles are going to do great to simply agitate the vehicle without any kind of aggressive motions. So unlike using like a heavy, you know, brush, you know, this is super soft, and this is pretty much what you want to be using on your vehicle. So before we start, obviously we want to make sure to get rid of a lot of that loose dirt and debris. So we're going to go ahead and give the car a rinse. So if you have your garden hose, you can go ahead and give it a nice quick little rinse. If you have a pressure washer, you know, by all means, do whatever you have to do, but we're just going to go ahead and rinse off the vehicle real quick, get rid of that light layer of dust and debris, and then we'll continue with the wash. All right, so now after you rinse off your car and get rid of a lot of that loose dirt and debris, we can start with the actual wash. So I'm gonna grab my citrus washing gloss and just make sure that there's no cap on it. Cool. Now with citrus washing gloss, before you pour, you wanna make sure to mix it up. So you'll see that sometimes it splits into two. That's the synthetic gloss enhancers and the cleaning power. So you wanna make sure to give that a nice good shake. Shake it up until you get a nice consistent color. You'll get like kind of like a light little yellow color. Once it all looks the same, you're good to go. So you want to make sure that you shake it up before you use it, because if not, then you're just going to get the power of the citrus-based extract from the top. You're not going to get that nice synthetic gloss enhancing blend. So make sure to shake it up. Once you do, we're going to put about an ounce of soap into our bucket here. So that's pretty much equivalent to about one good squirt. And that's all we need. So we can grab our water. We can go and activate those suds. Check this out. Just from that ounce of soap, we got nice thick suds. So we activate those suds and we can go ahead and use it with our wash mitt so that we get a nice deep clean. Also, if you happen to have a foam cannon or a foam blaster, I would highly recommend using it with this kit so that this kit works out much more better for you. So in this case, I do have my foam blaster with me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this just to activate my suds a little bit better. I know that we have it in our bucket already, but that's just adding cleaning power. So we're also gonna use this foam blaster to make sure that we get a nice thick, rich layer of suds on the paint. And same thing with here, I'm just gonna put about 2 ounces. 1, 2, that's all. I'm gonna put my foam blaster nozzle back on. And then the thing with the foam blaster is you want to stir it. You don't want to shake it because you want the product to mix within the canister itself. You don't want it to foam up in here because then it's not going to really shoot the nice thick layer of suds. So shake it up. Then once you're ready to go, you can plug it into your nozzle here. This pops right in. So this is a quick connect. So you can pretty much just pull this back, pop that in, that locks into place, and you're ready to start foaming. It's as easy as that. You know, this foam blaster, it's awesome. You know, if you don't have one, I would highly recommend picking one up because it makes the job much more fun, much more exciting, and you get a lot more lubrication from the soap that you're using. So I'm gonna put this on our highest setting here, and that's gonna allow for the maximum amount of foam to shoot through. So on this 5 right there, I'm just gonna use the 5 just so I get the thickest foam that I can, just by using my foam blaster. Like I mentioned, this connects directly to your garden hose. You do not need a pressure washer with this. You don't need anything fancy like that. Just a good old-fashioned garden hose, and you got yourself some nice epic suds with the foam blaster. So I'm gonna give this car a quick little coat of foam, and then we'll come back to wipe it down with our wash mitt. Alright guys, so now that we've finished foaming the car, I'm just going to take off my foam blaster nozzle here, just so that I can get ready to rinse it off once I'm done wiping it down. So I'm going to grab my Chenille microfiber wash mitt. Now I mentioned this is super soft, it's super durable, so this is going to definitely agitate all the dirt and grime that's on the paint. And I've already activated my suds, as you guys can see when we put the citrus washing gloss in the bucket. And then you can also just grab some extra cleaning suds right there. Once you do that, then you can hop to your vehicle. Now we recommend starting from the top and working your way down and around the vehicle. So go in straight motions. If you go in straight motions, this is going to minimize the chance of you getting a rock, a pebble, a fine piece of dirt or debris on your wash mitt and not replicating that throughout the vehicle. So most people, you know, old school people, they kind of still do like that circular motion. Well, if you do that, and like I mentioned, if you do happen to catch something on your wash mitt, you could potentially be causing a swirl mark throughout the vehicle, and that's something you definitely do not want. You know, those swirl marks, they look very, very nasty in the sun. You know, you definitely don't want those on your paint because they look nasty, and you don't want to scratch up your vehicle, which then is going to have to lead to polishing and, you know, much more extensive measures. So conducting general washes by using this this method is great because, you know, you're going to prevent a lot of damage throughout the years of the life of your vehicle and the paint. So once you come back, you can do a little section. You can wring that out. Come back to your soap bucket. So after you get some more suds, you can continue with the rest of the vehicle. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do the top, so I'm going to do the other half of the roof, the other half of the windshield, work my way down to the hood. I'm going to do the top areas first, and then I'm going to work my way around to the sides and to the bottom, because we want to make sure that we don't pick up any kind of dirt and grime that's at the bottom of the vehicle and pick it up and lift it to the top, because then it's going to droop back down and we're going to be scratching up the paint along the way. So make sure to clean the bottom areas of your vehicle the last, because they do tend to have the most dirt and grime, just because, you know, your wheels, you're driving, it flings up all that dirt, grime, and it usually sticks at the bottom of your fenders, you know, your side skirts and stuff like that. So make sure to do the bottom of the vehicle last, so that you're not going back and forth to the same dirt that's at the bottom of the vehicle and bringing it to the top and, you know, getting in the mix right there. You can also use your lid right here as a sitting stool. So once you're doing your car, if you're working on the lower areas, you can put your lid onto your bucket, sit on it, and you can actually work on the lower parts of the vehicle without you having to bend over on your knees. You know, I'm getting old as well, so I'm gonna be having a lot of trouble with my knees, but, you know, this also does just help just because of the convenience factor. You know, you have your lid, you can easily just carry it around. Like, say if I want to just carry it over here, I can pop it down right here, not have to worry about being on my knees, and then just work on the lower areas of my vehicle. You can also use this lid as a sitting stool, like whenever you do your wheels, just because, you know, whenever you have your wheels and they're pretty filthy, you're going to be spending a decent amount of time on there. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable and you have everything that you need in order to deep clean your wheels and not hurt your knees at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the rest of the vehicle, and then we'll be back once we're done. Alrighty guys, and there you guys have it. Just a simple little car wash on this Subaru. Like I mentioned, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. We just use our foam blaster and our best detailing bucket kit. Now this kit, like I mentioned, it's great for any beginner detailer, professional, intermediate level detailer. It works out great. You have everything that you need in this kit to give your car a full deep wash. And once you're done washing your car, the cool thing about this kit is, bam, check this out. You can even put your wash mitt in there, your soap in there, pop your lid on there, and you're good for another day of detailing. So you can leave this in your trunk, leave it in your garage, and it works out as a great organizing tool to have all your products in the place that you need them most. If you guys like this video, or if you guys like this kit, make sure to give this video a like and visit our website chemicalguys.com to pick up yours today. As always, my name is Joey. This is Chemical Guys Detail Garage, and we'll see you guys next time.